Last time, we saw America on the brink of total collapse. Shays' rebellion had proven the government was powerless, the treasury was empty, and the United States were anything but. The house was on fire. And the founders finally realized they couldn't just patch the cracks in the walls. They had to rebuild the entire operating system from scratch. The idea of self-governance wasn't new. Places like Connecticut had been playing with the source code of written laws since 1639. But by the 1780s, the states were acting like rival tech companies. They were blocking trade, devaluing currency, and sabotaging each other. In 1786, they tried to fix the bugs at the Annapolis Convention. Almost nobody showed up. It was a total disaster. But ironically, that failure was the catalyst. It's what finally convinced Alexander Hamilton that they needed an all-hands meeting in Philadelphia, or the American experiment was over. In Philadelphia, they didn't just edit the law, they installed a new backbone. First, the Commerce Clause. Call it the Great Unifier. It deleted the petty tariffs between states and turned 13 fractured markets into the world's largest free trade zone. Then, the power to tax. Before this, the government had to beg the states for cash, like a kid asking for an allowance. The Constitution finally gave the US its own bank account. No money meant no army. No stability. No future. Next, they needed a growth blueprint. That was the Northwest Ordinance. It ensured new territories wouldn't be treated as colonies, but as equal partners. To lock in investor trust, they added the Contract Clause. It stopped states from rewriting deals or canceling debts on a whim. This single line of code made America a safe place to put money, building national credit before Wall Street even existed. But this perfect system had a dark, calculated glitch. To keep the South from walking out, the founders accepted the 3/5 compromise. Here's the cold economic math: the South wanted to double dip. They wanted enslaved people treated as property to keep taxes low, but counted as people to hijack more power in Congress. The compromise. Count 3 out of every 5 enslaved people for both. It was a brutal political hack. Human lives reduced to fractions just to keep the Union online. The Constitution worked. It transformed a chaotic mess into a scalable, economic powerhouse. It was the ultimate blueprint for a superpower. But here's the thing about glitches in the code. If you don't fix them at the start, they grow. And this specific glitch, this compromise on human life, was already starting to overheat the system. The founders bought themselves time, but they also built a ticking time bomb that was about to split the country in half. Next time, the system finally breaks. We're heading toward the Civil War.